What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to chop down these bars. They're too wide for me. I'm not a fan of. I think they're like 800s or 810s wide, which is a bit too far out. So I'm going to chop them into about 780. So chop off 10 each end, and we're going to see how that goes. And I'm going to show you how to do it, which is very simple. All you need is one of these, which is a pipe cutter. I guess you can get them from Bunnings for like 20 bucks, I'm pretty sure. So chuck them on and we're going to cut them down and then go for a ride. So yeah, these bar cutters are quite simple. All you do is put it onto your desired cutting length, I guess. I'm going 10mm in from the end, and my bars tell me what that measurement is. So you just put it on, tighten it up, and then give it a spin about 3 or 4 times. And make sure you check that it is actually cutting in a straight line. And then you just tighten it a little bit by little bit and keep spinning it, and eventually it'll cut straight through. Okay, so that wasn't too difficult. I had to makeshift this thing because it wasn't quite wide enough, but I was going to put these old ODI Elites on, but they're quite sticky. I did actually put them on, they didn't look too bad. So yeah, guess I have to order some more of those or go buy some more. And alright, I guess we'll go for a pedal and see how it feels. We're out here at Mount Peel, and I'm going to do a push to the top and then bomb down the blue flow trail or green flow trail, whatever you want to call it. And see how these bars feel at this width. I'm pretty sure they're pretty much the same as the bars on the Clash width-wise, although I never actually measured them and they were kind of sketchy. I had the grips like done up a little bit out, so they were hanging over the edge of the bars because I cut them too much, I think. But we'll get to the top and see how this feels. So honestly, that climb felt a lot easier than so far, you know, the amount I've been riding this bike. That climb felt pretty damn easy. I pedaled the whole way too, which I only did the fire road, and the fire road gets quite steep for some of it, but we pedaled the whole way, which I've done a lot of times before, but I felt like that was pretty chill. So maybe this bike is getting a tick for climbing, but we haven't done any big rides on it yet, or big climbs on it. So far we've mostly just done fire roads and stuff. But if you want to get your bars chopped in, most bars nowadays come in like 800 or 810 on a new bike, which is pretty wide for most people. I think it's really based on your height as to where your bars should be cut to and how tall they are and how far away the reach is or whatever. But bringing them in, I feel like I have more stability on a lot of things. And I also feel like the bike is slightly shorter. I don't know if that's real, because you know your arms are out further, so that would probably mean the reach would be closer maybe? I'm not sure, but I liked it this way on my old bike, so I'll probably like it on this bike too. So it might be a little bit wet down here, but we'll see. Oh, already feels so much better. I didn't drop the suspension out, I just left it hard. This trail is mostly flowy with some rock bits at the bottom, but you already know that if you followed the channel. I ride this trail all the time. Yeah, it feels a bit different in the turning. Oh, Skippy, big Skippy on my right. I seen him as I left the ground. Whew. So a couple of things feel quite different, and it definitely feels more stable in the corners and stuff. But it feels like I have to turn a little bit harder to make the corners. My brakes don't feel too great. But I was really hoping this would help with my big bus driver turns, as you've probably seen at Jubilee when I was doing cheeseburger. my turning circle was so big, like it felt horrible. Here's all that chunky stuff. That's all been cleaned up, nice. Looks like the trail does look very clean at the moment, so I think someone's come through with a rake and a shovel and then knocked off a lot of those big rocks and little rocks. Oh. Overall, this feels really good so far. The problem I had on the pirate trails and whatnot, which I haven't really rode many of, but on this black, but I was clipping trees, punching trees, as you would have seen on my first ride with this. I punched a few trees and it's kind of wigged me out from then. So realistically I should have cut these bars down earlier, but like a week or two earlier. But I wanted to give it a chance, and I was quite lazy as well, and my bar cutter didn't work, so I needed regular fills. His was actually too small, so I had to, luckily my parts fit in his cutter, so it worked out in the end. So this trail's a blue or a green, I don't know what it is actually, but it feels like a blue. And towards the bottom here there's some pretty good jumps. This is one, but the landings and stuff are all rough or rough. It's a bit wet, not too bad though. Yeah, jumping on this is going to be a little bit different, it already feels like. But we'll smash it down this. And alrighty, that fire road's always quite sketch because you come flying into it with so much speed, and then you never know if someone's on a horse or someone's walking. I've almost collected a couple people, so I generally slow down a bit more. This is Magpie Alley, which haven't seen any today, so they must be all done with their breeding sessions and whatnot, and babies. Final double, and yeah, this does feel a lot better. I feel a lot more control than before, and I guess it feels a lot more normalized as well. These brakes are liking them, but also like not too sure. They keep rubbing, and then other days they don't rub at all, so it's yeah, not sure what the go is. They're the mineral oil version of the SRAMs. I think they're the only mineral oil version of the SRAMs, as in like they don't make any others that are mineral oil. They all have this corrosive oil, which I found out actually removes air from your lines. So pretty much with the corrosive oil SRAMs, although they'll melt through your parts, they'll remove air or turn air into something else. Oh, here comes that magpie. Ah, he's chilling. He's not yelling at me, so that's good. I can hear his children up in the tree. Oh yeah, still only a young one. You can't be able to see it on the GoPro. There's two of them actually, two babies. And but yeah, the corrosive oil is very dangerous for most of your parts. However, it's very good for brakes because it removes all those air bubbles. At least that's my understanding of it from what someone told me, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, these brakes keep rubbing, so I'm going to leave them on there obviously because I don't have the funds to fund anything yet. I'm going on another biking trip in a week's time. But yeah, we'll see how we go. So that's the first ride done with the cut-in bars, and they felt good. Felt pretty clean. Yeah, it felt sort of like the Clash in a way because yeah, the reach is kind of the same. This suspension on this bike does feel very, very good. I'll give it that. It feels, the Olins or Olins feel very, very nice, very plush. But there still is some tweaking to do with the air pressures and, you know, the chambers and stuff. I've got to figure that stuff out or get someone who knows. But yeah, Something I need on this bike though is a 170 dropper. I think this is 150, and I definitely need a 170 or 175 because of how high this bit here is. When I was on the steeps the other day, yeah, the seat was just up in my ass, and I could not get far enough down. I felt very uncomfortable on the steep stuff. But yeah, we've got a mudguard on now, looking good, and a water bottle with a water bottle cage. And yeah, the bike feels great so far, and it's been almost a month. So yeah, we'll keep doing these little mini reviews and changing a few things. I got a lot of ideas for different parts to change and whatnot, but we'll see how we go for another couple of weeks and whatnot. But yeah guys, anyways, leave a like if you like this video, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, this is Trail Talks, and they come almost twice a week now, so yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, legends.